สดีค่ะสวัสดีใหม่นะคะเสียงไม่มีสวัสดีค่ะดิฉันธีรนาถโชควัฒนาสงประภา I am Teeranard โชควัฒนานีสงประภา If I put a tiny bean here and ask the question what do you think this worth many of you probably think that it's small it's nothing and it's meaningless but to me it's a legacy it's inheritance I grew up in a family of a man who is wise respected in his village he's a leader of the village that in the south actually my father from the south that's why my father believed that giving is the investment that never been wasted he contribute the land and the fund to build 6-kilometer road my father was concerned because the government say that they can name this road Songprapa he said that if this road is not maintained properly people will call this road an evil road today Songprapa road is located opposite Don Mueang Airport Bangkok and it's 6 lanes during the World War II when food was scarce my father as a leader congregate the villagers to find out the fastest way to get the food so they found that mung bean as mung bean can produce 7 to 8 kilo of bean sprout and take only 3 to 5 days the mung bean were to feed Japanese army and the villagers it's not because of the war but people need to eat this story was written in the book if you have the food you don't eat it will get rotten if you have story you don't tell it will be forgotten so my father taught me without realizing that it's not about profit it's about everyone to survive in my life I played so many roles I am my father's daughter and the wife of Dr. Narong Chokwatana who is not only industrialist he also really care about the farmer he's a businessman an academic and philanthropist my father taught me to be kind to care and to help others but my mother taught me to have compassion especially with the animals because they can't even say thank you to you but her illness her battle with cancer changed my life completely sorry I saw her suffering painfully I can't do anything so I think but she passed away peacefully but at that moment I think I will not be part of take life ever again because one be apart living or death apart us so ever since I think that I decided that I will never touch meat as food again but I have tried twice and failed the first time when I visited my father's villages in the fields they cattle I think they slaughter 1 pig and 1 buffalo I came across that slaughter place. And also the first time I realized that what was on my plate was breathing last night. But the second time, when I was young adult, my taste was more sophisticated. I enjoy coq au vin, filet mignon, breathing steak. When you cut, it has to be a little breathing. That's what I enjoy. But since you just be sophisticated, you cannot put up with just eating vegetable or salad alone. But the first time I also was very ill. I think I was malnutrition. So both reasons I could not continue. But this time, losing my mother, I determined that I am going to be success. So I opened a restaurant for the memory of my mother. And I hired a chef from 5-star hotel and hope that with his, lovely plant-based cuisine, I can commit non-meat forever. But just before open, the chef was diagnosed cancer. He got 6 months to live. Then we have to delay. But after he adopted the food for 1 year, cancer cannot be detected. Anyhow, because we delay opening, which is we're supposed to open around vegetarian festival, which is the best time and the busiest time. The whole year, people will eat meat. And just that 10 days festival, they eat vegetarian, no meat. But on the 11th day, they just eat meat like mad. Just like they never eat in the whole life, they never eat meat before. But so, I just decided, okay, I will open for 1 year. But anniversary, the first anniversary, the house was full. The restaurant was full, overwhelmed. We have to close the gate. And plus later on, the chef has good news that cancer cannot be detected. The plan for 1 year, and this coming October, it is going to be our 35th anniversary. We also won from the catering company to cater, to make plant-based meat, to serve first-class passenger, which is we developed lamb chop and burger patty. The sale has increased tremendously. Who said that we can find protein in meat only? The strongest animal in the world, like horses and elephants, do they eat meat? My dog and my cat, which is a vegetarian, because I commit that even the dog and the cat, I will not adopt. But now actually they adopt me, especially cat. So the cat was carnivores or meat eater, everyone know. They say that either have meat or they're blind because of the taurine. Many scientists here may know that. But taurine has mostly in fish or meat, but also seaweed, and the cat loves it. So eventually I decided, okay, from now on and forever, I can commit what I have. But what I'm concerned most is, after the sale was increased, they have issue about GMO. So I attended the first soy symposium in London, where I met so many scientists who dedicate themselves to find goodness of soy. And many of our food developed from their valuable research. At the 6th Soy Symposium, I received Lifetime Achievement Award from this 6th symposium that soy, the role of soy to prevent and treating chronic diseases. And now I have more and more confidence about what I'm doing. You see, in soy, isoflavone in soy, which is a plant compound, and lecithin, affect many chronic diseases, of treating and preventing many chronic diseases. Like lecithin, good for your brain, and many scientists research about isoflavone with many cancer disease. But soy not only the plant that can replace texture of meat and also possess essential amino acid that they call complete protein profile. What we need from meat is essential amino acids that we cannot build by ourselves except from food. And not only that, soy also the only plant that put back nutrient to the soil if we rotate soy with other crop. After World War, we understand about food cycles. And now, you think we okay with food insecurity? You see, either the war, weather catastrophe, the flood just recently. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that because it happened here. But as my father from the south, I was in Bangkok, I couldn't do anything. I should send some food, I should do something, but I couldn't do it. Because my colleagues also have flood in the Ayutthaya. We have a factory, you see. So please consider, whenever these things happen, it disturbs our farmland. 7 to 8 kilo of grain, like my father did with the mung bean. 1 kilo of mung bean can make 7 to 8 kilo of bean sprout. 7 kilo of grain can make 1 kilo of meat and use 15,000 liters of water. And the same amount of grain, which is 7 to 8 kilo, can feed a family of 4 for 1 week. But it's not delicious. When you eat food, you need to eat with appetite, 5 senses, look. Have you been to Chinese restaurant? When they bang, the wok, and it's just mouth-watering, and smell, and texture. And you have to eat food with good health, you see. You cannot just eat food and then it's boring. And then, are you sure that health food, that's so-called health food, is healthy? Might be healthy for your body. How can your food digest? I don't understand. When it's not good for your mind. That's why I can't continue. And again, this time, not only I alone want to continue. I like to introduce some of you because this problem with the farmland, this problem with the food security, you see, not for me, not for us, but for the next generation, for your children, for your grandchildren, for your great-grandchildren. Because I think in my time, we are extravagant. We eat food and we let food on the table. We cannot finish it, otherwise they think we are poor, you see. We have to leave something. So, with this idea of 7 to 8 kilo of grain, 1 kilo of meat, 15,000 gallons of water, liter of water, and feed to human. But what I'm doing is the soy, 1 cup of soy. And you can make variety of food. Mouth-watering food that you can make so many dishes. Like I make beef, I make chicken with skin, I make tender protein, I make filet mignon, and I made fish and lobster. Oh, I love lobster too. I'm thinking about lobster. Yeah, I do. Yeah. So, with this thing, do you really need to eat meat? I'm not against meat business, but at least I like you to consider that I have made a difference by making meat alternative from plant, which is healthy, and you can eat with happy and sustainability. But with you in this room, we can make an impact together. Thank you.
อเสียงปรบมือดังๆเป็นกำลังใจให้กับคุณธีรนาถ โชควัฒนา สงประภานะคะ